welcome back to Gotta Be Me podcast. We're so happy to be here again with you today. We're your hosts. My name is Sophia. This is my sister Camille and my cousin Payton.
Welcome back to our channel, everybody. If you're new here, you already know what it is. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're old here, been here for a minute, please go back and look at our old videos. They're pretty good.
Please.
Our last couple, nobody looked at them.
Or look at the ones that have all the views. You can do that too.
Okay. So either way, we have been getting a lot of comments of people saying like, we did not get an update on the wedding. What is going on? What are we doing? So we are planning on putting out a wedding video sometime later on this year.
Judith, Chris, do y'all have like a round time that you think it might be able to come out that we can tell them? Okay, we don't have a time. Sometime. A wedding video is coming.
Sometime, but we're here with an update today. Sophia, your thoughts and comments on the wedding. We can give our thoughts and comments on the wedding too.
Good.
As you should. I was not trying to not give updates. I just was like enjoying my summer so much that I was like distracted. It was all I could do to like show up and podcast once every 2 weeks.
On a random thing.
But all she could do to get out of her house.
I'm serious. I was just enjoying being newly married so much. But anyway, I thought that the wedding went super well. I was happy with it. Like
it did turn out nice.
We had a huge wedding, or like comparatively huge. We had,
how many people?
I think it was about 500 people, and ended up being just perfect. Like the room the room we rented ended up being able to fit everybody just fine. We were a little bit worried, and then like it was sad, but it actually worked out. There was like several people that got sick. And then because of that, there was enough
so much
room.
out.
No, I'm saying because of that, we had enough room. Because at least there was probably up to 50 people that didn't make it because they were sick. Yeah. And that probably wouldn't have fit. So everybody fit in the room. It was a good vibe. So we were blessed enough to get married on Easter morning. We didn't like purposely do that, but it just ended up being the best date for everybody. And so we sang some resurrection songs. We sang Matthew 28 about the resurrection. And then Brother Steph, he preached our wedding, and he just preached a beautiful message about the resurrection. And then we said some vows. It was really awesome. And I was so happy that like quite a bit of my family was there, so many of my friends, and that was really important to me. Like I really liked my people to I really wanted my people to be able to be there, and I felt like so many were. We sent out a lot of invitations, and just a lot of people were able to be there, and that was really, really special for me. And yeah, it was really amazing.
It was the whole
and the weather turned out perfect.
Yeah.
We had been worried about rain or being cloudy. Nope, sunshine all day long, but like not too hot. It was just perfect.
It was typical April. Yeah. It was super nice. And then we ate lots of food all together. I don't even know
good food.
How you all fed 500 people. It seemed like it was kind of crazy.
Well, okay, so there's a local barbecue owner. His name is Mr. Howard, but everybody calls him Unc because if you've watched all our episodes before, you've seen we've had Brother Devin on the show, and that's his uncle, and he's like everybody's uncle, and he's so sweet. And he really hooked us up. Like, he was like, what do you need? Let me know. I'll work with you. And so he got us, we calculated how many pounds of meat we would need. And he does smoked, like, meatloaf, but he makes it in, like, it's so awesome.
It's so
smoked
good.
Meatloaf. And he does a smoked chicken salad that is, like, nothing I've ever had.
And he has his own, like, ketchup/barbecue sauce. Like, that's spicy.
Oh, it's so awesome. So we ordered a bunch of that. We got a bunch of croissants for the chicken salad and brioche for the meatloaf. And Justine, have we ever talked about Justine before?
Yeah.
She's like our sister. Between her and one of my really great friends, Leticia, they like kind of pulled the whole thing off between like they
all
got
the
fruit
decor and food.
chips and just it was they could do that for a living.
Yeah. They could do catering, they could do
planning.
events. Yeah.
It went remarkably smoothly for how many people we had. And
I think everyone would consider it very impressive that you managed to feed 500 people.
And it was good food. I was happy about that because I
It was
worried.
the best
I was like,
wedding
we
food
really
I've ever
want to have
had.
a big wedding. What if we have to make some like creamy hamburger pasta just to be able to feed so many people? And I was really horrified, but it was like super, super good food.
Yeah,
I was really happy about that.
That was super nice that everybody got to eat everything. And then we had an after party, after reception.
That was the thing. So I loved the big wedding, but also But I had such nerves that morning though. I got to the building, I looked and saw how big the room was.
But literally, okay, I think she almost didn't make it to her own wedding.
That's not true. This is what happened.
It's true.
My hairstylist, which shout her out, she's awesome. She did my hair today again. She just wasn't there at the time that I thought she was gonna be there. So I ended up I got up early and everything. I was like, watching the sunrise, drinking tea, trying to get myself together. And then she wasn't there when I thought she was going to be there. So I got there later than I was supposed to be. I didn't almost miss it. I was just a little later.
The drive from our house
that was ridiculous.
To the wedding place was 20 minutes. It's usually a 20-minute drive. We got there in 10 minutes.
Oh, yeah.
Because
we were
like, nah, we ain't about to be late. We were like, they do need to wait on the bride. Like, of course, like, when she comes in, that's just what time we start. But also, we were, like, running an hour late.
Well, and our two, Judith and Christine, they wanted to get some footage of, like, getting ready in the moments before you go in and first look with my dad and my brothers and everything. And we were running out of time to shoot that.
Yeah.
But we got all that together. And we had some really nice moments. And it was so funny. If you know my dad, even if you just watched the podcast with him, he's very loud and outspoken and bold and just aggressive type person. And as we were about to come down the aisle, I took his elbow and he's like, I'm nervous. And it was really funny.
Aw, I missed the walking down the aisle.
You didn't see me come down the aisle? Where were you?
In the bathroom.
Of course
You're always in the bathroom. Okay, sorry.
Not.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay, though. Rude.
And then, I was nervous. I really, really, really just wanted to say the vows. Like, I couldn't wait to get to that part. Actually, yeah.
Were you nervous the whole time? When did you get unnervous?
As soon as the vows were over.
You were like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Did you get more nervous, like, leading up?
Yeah, like, I'm sitting through the message, and, like, sweating a little bit and not listening.
Why were you nervous about the vows?
I don't know. It was just...
You're having second thoughts?
No. No, not at all. But it was just getting up in front of that many people, and you're just making these promises that are just for the rest of your life, and I don't know, it was just, like, very...
I'd be nervous.
It was just... And everybody's looking at you hard and listening. Like, people are paying more attention to you in that moment than they may
ever have.
Probably, at least that size of a group all at one time. Yeah. And me and Abraham had our very first kiss ever in front of all those people. And I know that might be different or strange to some of you all, but that's how we do it in the Church of God. And so we said our vows, and then we had our first kiss. And I was definitely nervous about that, too.
I'd be nervous.
And it was 500 people watching us.
You're
and
like,
I was like, but it was good. It went fine. As you'll see in the wedding video whenever we post that. But yeah, it was so relieving to be through with that. And then the pictures were a lot because he has a huge family, and I kind of have a big family, but we got through that. We ate some good food. And then I think we went to our house for a little bit. Did we just hang out? Because we had a second reception. That's what I was trying to say way back when. So because we had such a big wedding, we couldn't have, we couldn't like spend time with our family, and a lot of our family had come because there's just so many people. So we're like, okay, let's have a smaller reception for just like close friends and family. And that one still was probably like what? 200 people. At least 200. But it was a lot smaller, a lot more personal.
It was nice. We had like nice music going.
Yeah.
We had like breakfast, right?
Yeah.
We made breakfast food.
Because we both love breakfast. Our families both love breakfast. Like breakfast for dinner. That's like a special thing for both of us. And there was like cute little white flowers and stuff. Like it was cutesy and smaller. And that was really nice too. But by the time we left there at like 9 or something, we were so tired, dropped in, exhausted.
I think the best part of like the second reception, remember somebody brought the piano.
Oh yeah, and then my brother-in-law brought his piano,
and his cousins all sang together, and it was kind of cool.
Because
like,
it's crazy.
Put that in the video edit.
The crazy thing is that his cousins are crazy musicians and our cousins, so they were like very happy to.
And curious about each other, like, what is that?
Yeah.
They're like, oh my goodness.
Yeah, we had a moment. It was really nice, and we just visited and ate really good. That was Justine and Leticia again. They basically pulled the whole thing off.
Yeah.
Mainly Justine because Leticia's fiance was there, so she got distracted after that. But it was amazing. Like, we had a really good time. And then we went to Florida for our wedding trip, which was super, super fun. Like, we had so much fun. That was the best trip of my
Wait,
life.
what did you do on you literally went like on a helicopter or something?
Okay, but was it hard?
Okay, over in the air, over the water.
Okay, that is a parasail. Okay, that is different.
Was it weird like to be like,
parasail.
okay, but now it's like their first time together?
Yeah.
Yeah, like by
Was
yourselves.
it weird like going off on your own trip now? Or is it just
weird.
like...
Because, like everyone knows, they should have known like how we court and how we don't
we
really...
talked about we did a video about how we court and how we do things. But it wasn't weird. I was so ready. I was like, I cannot. By the time it was like getting to the end of that ceremony, I was like, oh, I cannot wait to leave. Especially because we were so tired. And yeah, it was really.
When you actually love someone, like it shouldn't be that weird, you know? Like
it was really.
It should just feel natural.
Yeah, it was awesome. And it was like really nice weather, like warm enough to want to be in the water, but not so warm that hanging out was uncomfortable. And the first part of our, like we kind of did our wedding trip in 2 parts. So the first part, we were just at this like Airbnb that was like on a beach that was like really private. Nobody was really there. And we just like hung out there. We swam in the water. We ate a bunch of good food. We watched a movie, like we just chilled. And the second half of the week, we went into Fort Lauderdale and we stayed on this was like a nice hotel now on the beach. And that's when we parasailed. That was awesome. I was a little scared.
That's what I remembered.
I was pretty much nervous. We were very high.
What did I lie about? Oh, I told the boys that like a tarantula bit your toe.
No, a lizard. A lizard. You said, and they all believed it.
Yeah,
and all my younger cousins called me like, yo, you got bit by an iguana? And I was like, where did this rumor start? And they're like, he told me, she told me. I could not trace it for the longest time.
It was hilarious because everyone just started telling each other. And
hey,
guess what else?
Sophia,
did you know on the beach? Did you know there was iguanas on the beach and that they bit her toe?
Like it was
somebody
ridiculous.
made it up and it was just like, that's really funny. Let's keep saying it. And we were like, let's. And I don't know when we like started not believing.
Who was in on
like
the trick
it was
and was
not
like, true.
Yeah, it was
incredible. So extra. But yeah, we parasailed, we snorkeled, we ate. Had Wagyu for the first time. We went to like a really fancy restaurant. We ate so much good food. These brisket fries we had were crazy. Fried fish. It was so awesome.
I'm gonna get good.
Yeah.
We had this, chicken piccata.
Yes.
But they did
because there's no good food.
They did like a tilapia version, like a fried fish version of piccata. It was.
Did you know that it's actually a sad life when you don't have good food?
Yeah.
Like I've been realizing that when I'm really sad or feeling like lonely or it's because I'm hungry, but I wasn't trying to take away from you.
It's okay because that was very valid.
We acknowledge you.
And pretty much we had a good wedding trip because we had good food. Like that was a main part of it.
So, everyone please eat. Please be happy and eat.
Thank you, Camille.
You're welcome. That's what I'm here for.
Anyway, yeah, we had a great time. They had bikes, like free, like you could just grab them at the hotel. We rode bike ride. We got matching hoodies. I said Fort Lauderdale. We had
all the cutesy things.
It was so much fun.
That's fun. And then how was it like moving into the house? Like how much of an adjustment was that to make? Like all those like just living together with someone else that's not like they are your family, but they're not the family that you
grew up with all your life, right?
Yeah. That adjustment.
I think it was like easier in a lot of ways than I thought. Like, yeah, whenever, like by the first week, I was like, I was always meant to do this. Like I did not feel out of place at all. You know, like I was like, I'm very much a wife.
I'm a housewife.
I was supposed to be a housewife, and I think we had like a little bit special of an experience because he works from home most of the time. So we just got to spend so much. Like we were just together like all summer, and like if he wanted, he would just stop work. We would do something, and then he would, we were like, let's watch a movie. Pause, watch a movie. He'd go back to work, or whatever. Like it was like. Yeah, it was super fun. And I love cooking. So I was like...
You got to try all your cooking.
All the things that I ever wanted to make. And we made a point to invite a lot of his family over and friends because... And we haven't had everybody yet that we wanted to. But we're trying to move. So I moved into his house. He lives over there in Ohio. But we're trying to move back to Indiana. We're like, well, before we move back to Indiana, let's invite some of the people. So we had a lot of guests over, and I was like had a lot of panicky moments where I really thought the whole meal was a disaster, and then it was okay. And
that seems like the most stressful thing.
It was kind of stressful, but like I still enjoyed it because I like cooking.
Yeah, because you like it anyways.
And we did a lot of trips. No, you're gonna cook again. You'll rise again. And then we took a lot of trips. We went to California. We went to Michigan. We went to Wisconsin.
Yeah, y'all
twice.
did always go everywhere.
Yeah, the whole summer. So, I just felt like they were running around. That doesn't even feel like
you had a summer because it feels like you just
I'm
were
looking right straight up at you. Sorry.
We did both. Like, we had really chill weeks, and then we had weeks where we were like travel, but it was all really fun.
Okay. What's the biggest adjustment you feel like you had to make?
That's a good question. But none of it's really been hard. Actually, like, the adjustment was probably, like, the downsizing. I'm used to living with a big family. Now it's just 2 people.
Mm-hmm.
But, like, yeah.
Be cooking for 8 people.
Yeah, I cannot, for the life of me, I cannot cook for less than 4 people. I've brought it down to 4. That's as low as I can go. I just can't cook less than that, no matter what.
It'd just be so hard because when you cook for 2 people, it's so scary.
Yeah, it's because like, what if it's not enough food? You know? So then it just ends up being 4. I can't help it. But
that's a good number.
Yeah, it wasn't like hard to like, you know, it's only 2 people's laundry. It's only 2, like, I don't know. It wasn't.
And it's probably easier in some it's really ways, only one person's.
And I of course I miss my siblings.
They're joined in holy matrimony.
Not like I wish I'd go back home, but like I wish I would hang out with them more, you know. But
you do sibling Saturdays though, right?
Not Saturday, but they especially when we first got married, they came over about once a week for a while before school started and everything got busy again. We did a Lord of the Rings marathon, which was crazy. It was intense, but we ate a lot of good food, so that was good. What?
I was just saying,
yeah,
we did that. Yeah, and wait, and like no, there would be because we do lock it so hard. We do it so hard. I will look at my lock it, and I'll literally.
It's an app, a picture app.
Yeah, I'll open up my phone. I'll only have like 81 pictures if I don't look for a day.
For a day.
It's just like, so
it's like our version. It's like we don't like use Instagram and Facebook and Snap and all that much personally. We use it for the podcast, but we don't use it like, I'm this today, we went here today. Like, we don't use it that much.
I don't feel like people want to know like that.
But Lock It's nicer because it's private. It's more private, you know? And,
so we get to experience each other's lives through
virtually.
Lock It. I feel like, it's nice that way. So, I was just saying, I saw y'all doing the Lord of the Rings and everything like that.
Yeah, we had a blast. And then the
Sophia
summer
actually made some amazing food. She did. Shout out. That's all.
Thank you. And then we were done with summer because school started. I am taking classes. I have 2 more semesters still till I have my associates. So please pray for me that I get that done because I'm very over doing this. Not school. Like, I'm ready. I just want to be on to the next phase of it. And then also, RBE has a school in Muncie this year. And me and Camille are full-time teaching there, so
it's a blast.
We've only been started 1 week, but we've had a great time. But yeah, that was like summer's over now. Like, really,
it's like
it was like a very much slap in the face to like be getting up at 6 o'clock every morning for a week now. You know, I guess you should talk about your own summer, but anyway, yeah, I had the most awesome summer of being newly married that you could ever imagine.
That's so nice that you got to have the whole summer to hang out. I'm sure
and
all of it wasn't
chill,
chill,
each other
but
better and all that. Yeah, it was really great.
Yeah. Okay, well, hopefully that satisfies some people's questions because they're like, you literally didn't talk about it.
They won't be satisfied until the actual video is out. I understand that though. I'd want to see the video too. I'm excited to see it.
Gorgeous. Yeah, I'm excited.
You all need to tell them about your summer too. You all had very busy summers.
Me and Camille called it our summer of grit, I think.
Grit?
Our summer of grit.
Did you take any classes this summer, Camille?
Mm-hmm.
How many?
I took 2 fast course.
Fast track?
That.
And you were working a lot, right?
Worked a lot.
What'd you do?
So I had like several part-time jobs. So I had like a tutoring job, babysitting job, and a personal training personal training job one that's like virtual, so I had some virtual clients, and then one that's in person, so I train actually at the gym. So between all those jobs and babysitting, doing school, it was nonstop.
Camille hustled. Like, she didn't come on any of the trips. All the times I'll be like, we're going to California, you want to come? We're going to Michigan. We're going to Wisconsin, you want to come? Never. Not the whole summer did she do a trip.
She had her nose to the grindstone, yeah.
Me and Payton called each other every day. Every single day.
We said it at the beginning. We were going to set
it's going to be our paddle
in.
tap. You know, like in a game, I don't know if anyone's played pickleball, but like anytime after a good play, or even if it's a bad play, like you just tap each other's paddles, kind of just like, hey, I got you, you're doing good. And so we just call it our paddle tap call. So we always like, hey, just checking in, you good? Because there was some all-nighters, late nights, early mornings, so terrible days where we felt like we worked. You know how life is. Like, life does this to everybody. But it's just really great to have someone you could check in with and always make sure you're okay. Always make sure they're okay. Hey, I found a new song, check it out. Or like, hey, my client made progress today. Just, like just something.
Because you had some people at the Y that you were working with.
Mm-hmm.
How many jobs what were your jobs? You had one at the Y?
Yeah, I had one at the Y, and then one from home where I call people and help them train through the camera. Mm-hmm. And then I did tutoring, and I did babysitting. I think that was...
And then
and I do like sometimes clean people's houses. I feel like I'm just the type of person, like I get very bored if I'm doing one thing. So a lot of jobs is kind of like overkill, but I kind of enjoy going from one thing to the other. And I'm just kind of a hustler. Like I do this, do that, find this, find that. If I can't find work, well, I'm going to come over here. So that's just what I did. And then, yeah, school as well, which I got to be honest. I don't really like going to school like that. Like I love teaching and I enjoy what I do, but like actually in college, like, okay, we'll just watch this video and then like, no, I don't enjoy it like that, but I'll do it because I like learning and I know I need to do it. So,
Mm-hmm.
But
that makes sense.
Life is not full of everything you love all the time. You just gotta grind. And so that's what we did.
Peyton you probably had one of the craziest summers ever of your life, huh?
Yeah, I didn't. It was kind of crazy. It was a real hustle. I did a really bad job of transferring from one school to the next. So if you're young and you're watching this, please try and transfer well. I went to a community college, Moraine Valley, and I wanted to transfer to Elmhurst University, and they were like, you're missing 5 classes and you got to take them this summer, else you can't come to school here this fall. So I ended up taking 5 classes this summer. It ended up being 16 credit hours. I thought I would surely die.
I don't comprehend.
And then
she got her first B of her entire life this summer.
I did.
Well, like, I don't know how you didn't get 5 Ds, because that's surely what I would have done.
You might not. I don't know. It was really crazy. But yeah, I took 5 classes. The first one was 3 weeks long. So
a lot of work.
That was crazy because it's supposed to be a 16-week class and it was only 16. It was only 3 weeks long. But it was nice because it was all out of the way. So I only had 4 classes at the same time. What was crazy about them is I had clinical hours that I had to do. So it wasn't like I could just like do it in the middle of the night. It was like I actually have to dedicate time to this. And then the other thing I did, I don't remember if anyone remembers me talking about this last year, but I still work for Vector or Cutco Marketing. And I helped with some assistant managed work throughout the summer. So I did that part-time, like in between classes. I really had so much fun. I really did. I love my job. I really do. And then the last part of the summer...
Wait, you also tutored?
I did. I also tutored. I'm remembering all the things I did. I also tutored. I think the most stressful thing was probably school. Because I feel like
your actual schoolwork.
Yeah, like I worked during the day, and then I did homework all night. Mm-hmm. And it was like there was no motivation to do it because I'm just like, I'm tired. I don't want to do it. So I would end up like scrolling for 2 hours and then being like, well, now it's 2 a.m. and now I have to start my homework. So it was just like a bad deal. You just go downhill and downhill. So that was that. And then for the last part of the summer, we do, there's probably most people have worked for Vector Cutco at like one point in their life. It's a college kid job. Most people worked it for 2 weeks and then left, to be completely honest. But I managed to make it home there. And so for the last 18 days of the summer, we do like a sales competition where we all just go out and we see like if we genuinely put everything we have into it, what could we create?
How much can you sell?
Right, how much can you sell? What can you create yourself? So we all set goals and different things, and I did the same thing last year. I did not hit my goal at all. So I kind of put a lot of emotional value to it. Like I was like, and also I needed the money from that, we call it our push period. I needed that money to pay for my car and to pay for my next semester of college. So It was like
no choice.
It was like I have to do this, else I can't pay for school. Mm-hmm. So it was like it felt very high stakes to me. And of course, when you're in the middle of something, it all feels like whatever.
The whole world hinges on
it. The whole world hinges upon whether you could, But I set a goal of selling $20,000 in 18 days. 18 days, I ended up selling $22,000 of pet clothes.
That was crazy.
It was really crazy. And there were some terrible days. Like one day, I could not believe it. I have like a pretty good closing ratio, usually 80%, 80 to 85. I went 0 for 5 one day. And I was just
0 for 5?
Yeah. I just remember being like, this is never gonna work.
I don't know how to do this anymore.
I forgot how to do it. I'll never pay for college. I'll never pay for my car. And then you go down the spiral. And I'll never go to school. And I'll never be a teacher. And I'll never be anything in my life. I'll never do the things I want to do. You know, it just goes like that.
And besides, you're like underfed and
because you're running around underslept. And I still like finals were during that period as well. So it was just like everything was all at once. It was super crazy. But Sophia and Camille were super great. I would call them complaining all the time. Oh my God, I'm gonna die. But they were so great and listened to me the whole time. And I managed to accomplish my goal. I did pay for my first semester of college. I paid off my car. So
I feel like during that time period of just hustling, grinding, and just like being, you know, kind of at like just like pulled as tight as you can. Pulled as tight as you can. I don't know
what you meant. Stretch.
You're being stretched. Yeah. I feel like my greatest like go-to was listening to gospel music. Like, I don't know, I just feel like besides prayer and everything, which is so good, like when I listen to gospel music, I really just feel so close to God. And we found some really, really good gospel songs that we would share to each other. I'm not saying it's just gospel that we listen to, but those are a lot of the songs that pull me through for sure.
Carry you, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
It was weird too because I'm having like the chillest, funnest, most relaxed summer of my whole life. Like literally me and Abraham are just hanging out 24/7.
Chilling.
And then Camille and Payton are having like some of the most stressful, crazy, like they're just hustling. It felt weird.
It could be worse though. Like we could have no jobs and no school and no house.
It was the best summer.
And no car to pay for. You know?
It was the best summer
But it was good. It was a good learning experience. And it helped us, you know, kind of see how far we can go and what's our limit and how hard we can push ourselves and what we're willing to do for what. And if we can keep our goal in mind. And, you know,
and that is
good
how
to build your character.
Happens. That's how growth happens. And I would tell anyone, I would do it. I would do it again. I think I'm lying, but I would say, like, literally every time I sat down somewhere, I started crying. Like, literally.
Oh, yeah. Toward the end of the summer, all you did was cry. I remember that.
It was sad.
It was sad.
But it was good because at the end of it, I did everything that I said I was going to do. And it was just like, if I say I'm going to do something, I know that I can do it if I have the right team surrounding me. And that was really incredible. So I would say overall, it was a 10 out of 10 summer. 10 out of 10 summer.
Yeah, I feel like I met some good, like, me and my brother, one of our big stress reliefs is to go to the gym, work out. And one of the things that we love about it is we would meet, like, great people. Because, like, our community is very
tight-knit.
It's very tight-knit. And, like, if you know someone, you know everyone. Like, someone knows someone else. And they hear about you through so many different ways. And then, yeah, we just met so many great people. Oh, another highlight of my summer was we got to go to the NAACP convention. This was like last month though, so like at the very end of the summer, and listen to Emmett Till's cousin speak. So that was super impactful. There was like, I just feel like the community really showed out for that, and the support that you felt was just like, I had the chills. And we all stood and sang the Black National Anthem. We listened to him speak. He said, like, he gave the story surrounding the whole Emmett Till, the death of Emmett Till and that whole situation and his standpoint and how we have to come together. And Brother Steph got an award. So it was super nice to attend and be together with all our people, you know, and celebrate that type of thing. So
yeah, super cool.
Yeah.
And that's the report of our summer.
That out.
We had so much happen, but like at the end of the day, it was a really great summer, whether for growth or for.
I had one more interesting thing that happened.
Oh,
remember the lawyer that I met?
Yeah. You met a lawyer.
Yeah, I met a lawyer. And he invited me to the National Bar Association convention. They were having their 100th year celebration from 1925. It was for Black lawyers. It was great because they couldn't be a part of the American Bar Association. So I got to go to this event. It literally changed my life. It rewired my brain. It really did.
Serious?
Oh yeah. When I went in the room, I was like, this is different. There was like 1,000 Black lawyers just sitting around talking to each other, and he was introducing me to everyone like, this is so and so, this is so and so, he won this case, she just won a big case, he just won a $5 million case, and this man was like talking whatever to some lady like, yeah, well, I made $600 an hour on that one, but I was like, whatever, I was tired of it, so I just stopped. And then I was like just looking around at people like, where am I at and what is going on? And everyone was like, you do it, you be a lawyer if you want. And he offered to potentially sponsor me for law school and those different sorts of things. So that was like,
what if I did that?
That's crazy.
So that was another
all
young
thing people need to see Black people that are successful, that
have money. Young Black people.
Like that's what I meant to say. Like young Black people, we should all be able to have the opportunity to see Black people that have made a life for themselves, that are rich, that have gone to school, that are doing what they want to do. Not that everyone should be a lawyer. They should not. They absolutely should not if they don't want to be. But somehow we have this thought in our mind that we can't be, you know, or that that's beyond us, or it's only for the lawyers,
or that it's not the representation of our community, you know.
And it really is. And like going to that room, like it was I don't know. It just like changed. It just changed my mind space. I was like, there's just these people. Everybody's out here. They all knew each other. And it was like 1,000 people. Now, oh, hi, Linda. Hi, so hi. Okay, bye. You know, oh, there's him. And oh, we about to go party. So. And I was just like, this is an incredible community, and they're all here, and I get to be here. I just like, it just felt like you're in the presence of greatness, and I was like, I get to experience, like, just being here, and that was just super incredible. I made a lot of new friends, so that was really great.
Just something else.
We had an epic summer. Not one of us is ever going to forget the summer of 2025. There might be summers we go through like, I don't really know what happened that year. Not this year. This was tremendous. Anyway, thank you so much for being here. You all are our YouTube family, Instagram family, whoever's seeing this. Really appreciate you. Appreciate the love and support that you've given over the last couple years that we've been here. And we thank you for being interested in our lives. Like, isn't that crazy that people care to know?
2 years is crazy.
It blows me away that people ask.
Yeah.
I want to hear about
I
your
ran
summer.
into some people at the park.
I want to hear about your summer.
Yeah.
Please tell us in the comments how your summer went. Anyway, thank you for being here. We appreciate you all.
Thank you.
You know what time it is. Peace, love, and hair grease.